Right, here we go. Good afternoon, everybody. Dante here. Good to see you. Who do we have? Anastasia, Ariel, Gio, Ion, Lee, Robert. Great to see you guys here today. Excited for the 2 p.m. session of the One Funnel Away Challenge, and I'm ready to get it rocking and rolling. You guys know how to play the game. If anybody has any questions, feel free to raise your hand in Zoom, but it's a pretty small, light day today. Very typical as well of a Monday after a big holiday weekend. So we'll get started with Anastasia. If anybody else has any questions afterwards, feel free to just unmute. We'll have a conversation. But Anastasia, great to see you. How are you today?
Hi, I'm doing great. Dante, I have a bunch of questions.
Nice.
I'm not sure how if it will be related to everyone, but so anyways, since I did funnel, the interface of platform changed
Okay.
and I couldn't find some things on in there. So, and actually I just was wondering, maybe you can just give overview. I'm pretty sure that ClickFunnels is supposed to have CRM. And I thought that before it was somewhere listed.
Anastasia, were you a ClickFunnels member in years past and you're returning now?
Well, I've been a member for 3 years, but
Uh-huh.
I started to build funnel just last year when Trey started his training. Do you remember?
Yes.
Yeah, so I joined in July, started to watch his training, and I understood I can do it. So I was learning, and then I built a funnel. But when I was doing it last year, well, when I was looking at platform before, it just looked different to me.
Mm. And before was a couple months ago, we had some really big changes. Since you went through the challenge, we actually did an entire rebrand. So we definitely have some new cool things to check out. If you don't mind, just go ahead and share your screen. I'll walk you around. We'll get you everything.
I'm not sure.
No worries. At the bottom of Zoom, there's going to be a little control bar, and you'll
Right,
see a green button that says share.
right.
Now you're going to see, oh, look at you. You're flying. Okay, amazing. Oh, you're flying. Let's go to ClickFunnels.
Yes, like see, I used to be somewhere in here. Do you see my screen?
Yeah.
So it used to be, I thought somewhere in here. I do know that some
What used to
changes.
be? What used to be?
3 letters CRM.
Oh, yes, CRM. It did change. Do me a favor. Nice, my tool is here. Hit that little green plus at the top left of your browser. Make this full screen.
Mhm.
Bingo. Okay, so on the left-hand side, you are going to see your apps. We separated everything out to be its own app, and we did that for a specific reason. Let me drag this out of my way. Okay, great. Yes, here we go. All of our apps. So we used to have the whole left side filled up with everything. And
Right.
that's how you saw it back in the day. Since
Yes.
then, we have changed. What we found was people felt like they were having to do all the things on the left, and they were like, holy cow, when am I ever going to get started, right? So we just separated it. Do me a favor, click the Add Apps button right there.
Okay.
Now you can see all of our apps. For instance, the email app. This is your broadcasts, your one-time emails. You have your landing pages, Message Hub, your SMS and internal messaging, sites and blogs. All of the features, tools, and apps of ClickFunnels have been separated out like this. So you're looking for the CRM. And the CRM is, scroll up a little bit for me, opportunities. Whoops, right there.
Opportunities. Okay.
Opportunities, correct. That is the CRM. So click that button to add the app. Now we're just going to create our first opportunity just to make the app. Look at you. You're flying, Anastasia. Oops, sorry. Primary contact. That'll be yourself.
I don't. Oh, here I am. And create.
Yep. So we just created the first one. That just creates the app. Now you can undo what you did or make any changes, of course, to anything. But here is your new CRM. You have your leads in new and hot, appointments, confirms. You have all sorts of any CRM function you want is going to be done here in opportunities.
Okay, perfect. I never dealt with CRM. Is it the same CRM that everybody else using, like outside ClickFunnels?
Well, yes, in the sense that CRM is CRM. CRM stands for Client Relations Manager. It's basically the different stages that a customer has in your business life cycle. So, like, maybe you have somebody who fills out a survey online. They would be put in the new leads category. Then,
Mm-hmm.
ClickFunnels CRM is just like everybody else's. You can do any other tasks. Like, you might have multiple salespeople that when a new lead comes in, it automatically gets passed over to a salesman. You might
Mm-hmm.
want all of leads to go to one salesman, or you might want to run a round robin where each lead goes to each salesman in a circle, never stopping until the leads do, right? But these are your pipelines. So somebody comes in, they're a new lead, they go to the salesman calls, makes the sale, they get put from new leads. You can make your buckets like, when I say buckets, that's what we refer to as each category. A lead comes in. They're
Mm-hmm.
hot leads if they fill out certain things, right? But then you can make a new bucket here, and that could be like sold. And maybe then when they get sold, you want to have another salesman call them because you have a whole upsell package that you want this different guy to sell. Right? You can set up anything that you need to.
Right. And so you can plug in all the leads from like Instagram, let's say, or Facebook. It all comes here because
Well, that depends. Do you own the traffic?
I'm not sure what that means on it.
Great. Awesome. You asked the right questions. So, no, you can't. And you won't be able to do that in any CRM. So, like, if you have an Instagram page with 10,000 followers,
Mm-hmm.
you can't plug that Instagram page into a CRM and then having it email people or call people or send SMS because you don't own their contact info.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not exactly what I meant. I mean, like, let's say on Instagram, we have a place in there to put link. And so
Yes.
if they click on that link because it goes to ClickFunnels, will it go straight there, right? It's like, that's what I meant by being plugged into those social media. It's when you put a lead on Instagram or TikTok and people go,
Oh,
okay.
yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you're talking funnels, Anastasia. Can you see me again?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
cool. You're talking funnels. This is what ClickFunnels was born on, understanding the customer journey and building it out specifically for them. So yes, you make a post on Instagram. What's your thing? Remind me.
Christmas ornaments.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So you make a post on Instagram that says early bird gets the worm. Early
Mhm,
birds get 35%, 60% off their order, right? Whatever it is. You make an attractive post and you have a link. You either
mhm.
put the link in the description or you say comment Christmas 2025 in the comments. What you either put the post in the description or you have people comment a specific word, and when they do, you then put the link or you message them specifically. You do the comment thing if you're really trying to get interaction and get the post popping.
Mhm.
The link that you give them is your funnel link. In your
Right.
case, it would be the link to the special funnel where they can get these amazing Christmas ornaments
Yes.
at this special deal. They go to the funnel. The coolest thing about ClickFunnels CRM, it's built into your software. So in your workflows, like when they purchase, yes, you can have them put into certain opportunities or certain buckets in your CRM app. So if they purchase one, you can put them in a certain bucket. If they purchase 10, you can put them in another bucket.
Okay. Okay. And then how about telephony? In a regular CRM, people can plug in telephony. So when IP telephony, I think it's how it's called, when you have sales managers
Mm-hmm.
and they make those calls, but they don't make it through the phone, they make it through computer. And with regular CRM outside of ClickFunnels, you can plug it in. And so it's all also in database.
Yes, you can do that. There's multiple ways to do it. You would just do you have the business phone numbers and do you have all those phone? That's
No,
what
I'm just not because somebody was telling me, oh, you can build it outside. I go, wait a second, before I go somewhere, I probably have it all already in my ClickFunnels.
Yeah, here's what you would do, Anastasia. You would set up your opportunity and then it would send an email to that salesperson. That email would contain all the client information and any notes that you attach. They can all that's the buckets, right? That's why
Mhm.
you build your buckets. So somebody comes in, they hit bucket 1, salesperson knows what bucket 1 is. They know everything about it. So they get the email, boom, this lead came in, it's in this bucket. They click the button, they look at the contact profile, they have their info and they just make the call.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. I love that. And then when we build a just a funnel. Do we have to build the whole thing, or we can just do one page and it's checkout page? So like just straight. Do you remember like how we have different links on top when you open different page? Do you remember you told us specifically
You
take
have an order form that sells your
Mhm.
main product, the thing everybody buys, but then we have
Right.
our OTOs, our upsells, and our downsells.
Right.
Absolutely.
I can just choose one and use it, right? Just to give the to specific page. Like if I don't want them to go through the
Oh,
whole
let's
funnel.
talk about it. This is so good. We're talking funnels here. I love this.
Sorry.
What's your acquisition method? How are you going to acquire customers? Is this going to be
Okay.
ads or internal?
Different ways, but specifically what I'm talking about right now, let's say I have a reel on Instagram,
Yep.
right? With a specific ornament, and I
Mm.
just have a link, and I just like go tell because you can't put it in the reel itself. I
I
don't think
understand.
so.
Yeah, I know
But
exactly what you
you
mean.
have it in your profile.
Yes.
So instead of because I already explained to them what it is through reel, I just want them to click that button and be
Yep.
right on a checkout page where they see this is a product, this is price for the product, and just buy it, and maybe there will be upsell, but I don't want them to learn about product again, and I just don't see reason for it.
I
So,
understand exactly what you're saying.
mhm.
Another great conversation. Let me just see if I have this up really quick. I do. Another fantastic question. Let's go talk about this. Okay, so I need to be on I need to be on this. Fingers crossed. Yes. Okay, great. Uh Fantastic question here. You're right. There are some applications for a cart page, which is exactly what you just explained there. A cart page. What Trey teaches on the ecom side is the way, to be clear. It's interstitial pages. It's the way. It's been the way forever. It will be the way forever. So if we go take a look here, I believe we have, let me go to sell something. Okay, and we're going to have, so these storefront funnels would work for you, Anastasia. These are all cart pages. I
Okay.
want to build a cart page really quick just so everybody understands. Exactly what I'm talking about here, because when it comes to ecom, this is so important. So let's go build a new page. Let's hop over here. First of all, if we can look at our order forms are the first page in the funnel that people make their purchase using an actual order form. Then now that I know the type of page I'm looking for, oops, I can go search for cart. And we're going to see we do have a two-step cart page right here. So if you wanted to just use a template, leverage that, make it your own, feel free to do so. I am going to use a new page. I'm just going to build from scratch here because I want to show you how simple a cart page can be made. We're going to hop into the editor. Add a new section, blank section, one column row. We're going to put a headline down here. This is my super attractive headline about the product. Here's my sub headline, especially knowing that I control the traffic that I'm sending, right? You control that narrative. You know what post is sending people here. So you make an attractive headline and sub headline specifically for them. Add a new section. It's going to be blank. It's going to be a 2-column row. Here on the left-hand side, we can just go get our carousel element. Now we can have a carousel just like people are used to seeing when they're buying physical products online. Then we can hop over here and we can have a sub headline, and then we can have our we call it checkout. Then we can have our checkout element just over here. Bingo. Now I can go into my checkout element. I can make this a guest checkout. The checkout steps, we're going to go to a 2-step. And now bingo, just like that, I have created my cart page. It can be so simple. Headline, subheadline, product image, order form on the left. I wanted to show you all this because you might also want to add one more section that would be like a 3-column row. And then you might want to hop in here and have reviews and testimonials. So maybe we want to have an image. And then that image is going to be a smaller image of like a person, right? Oops. Then we can clone this image, and I can drag this one here, and I can drag this one over here, just like that. And then we're going to come down, And we're going to add some headlines. Let's add 3 headlines. Then we can put this headline up here. We can put this headline up here. We'll swap these guys really fast, right? Now I can have customer testimonials. Customer 1, customer 2, customer 3, an image of them. We can hop down below, maybe put a little paragraph, which would be each person's actual testimonial. And just like that, we are done. This is definitely a type of funnel. It is called a cart funnel. And when I wanted to show that because there's a specific time that they do work well. There's really 2 times. Number 1, the product does not require a massive explanation. This.
Oh,
What is this?
Tumblr?
Do you have tumblers in your home?
Yes.
Everybody does. This does not require an explanation. Now,
Mhm.
I've tested actually. You sell more tumblers on interstitial pages than you do on cart pages, just to be really clear. However, that product does not require a huge explanation, so it really wouldn't require an interstitial, a long page like Trey teaches.
All right.
So if a product is really, really simple and doesn't really require any explanation, great time to use a cart page. The other time we could use a cart page is exactly like you said. I control the narrative. I get to set these people. They're already sold by my post. They already know they want it, and I just want a frictionless way for them to go purchase immediately.
All right. It's exactly perfect. I'm so happy.
Cool.
So, then the first page, the one you were just talking about, it's actually kind of like a landing page, right?
This cart page?
No, not the card page, the one that Trey has when you have a long explanation because people, or there is a difference.
It's technically called an interstitial page or an
Right.
advertorial page, and it's very similar to a sales page. Like if I sold a coaching product, a $100 course, I would have a sales page that said what the course is about, who it's for, what's in the course, how long the course is, what are my guarantees. Because here's the deal, gang. Like everything I just shared is the same thing really in the ecom framework Trey gives you guys is because if people are buying, they have buying questions. A cart funnel doesn't really go into all of that. On your cart funnel, if you have a guarantee, you should have a stamp, like a picture with a stamp of your guarantee so people can see. And anyway, no, it is not just a landing page, Trey's long form page. Trey's long form page, the interstitial page, is truly the way to take customers so you can walk them through each and every step of the product. And it's exactly like you said, when you make your reel, when you make your social media post, you get to control the narrative that customer sees your product in. That's the interstitial page. You get to set the narrative of how easy the product is, how it works, the transformative results that it delivers. Then you get to put your guarantees on that product. Then they get to see proof of that product, befores and afters. I couldn't walk away from here saying like, yeah, let me just tell her it's a landing page, because it's not. It's the right way.
So I guess what I was trying to say, because I thought that you can use his format kind of layout to do a landing page and then change. Okay, let's start from scratch. What I want to do is I need a landing page, right? Where I talk a little bit about ornament, and I want people to leave how it's called, like contact information, so a representative would call them. I don't want to sell it through the funnel, some of it, right?
Okay, so you want to opt in is what you want. Anytime a landing page, Anastasia, nothing happens on a landing page. On a landing page, the buttons just send people somewhere else.
Right.
There's no order forms. Customers don't opt in. They don't give information. Landing pages are basically just billboards, right? It's all they are. They direct people other places. What you want to do, you probably want to offer a custom shopping consultation, don't you?
Yes, basically.
So you want people to be able to give you their name and information like email and phone number and have somebody from the company reach out to them.
Right, but I thought you're supposed to have like first landing page explaining something a little bit.
Absolutely not.
Push a button and then.
So glad you said this. Absolutely not. As a marketer, one of my chief goals is to remove steps necessary in the process for the customer to get their desired outcome. So
Mm-hmm.
your customer, they want to be able to have a custom shopping consultation where a sales rep is going to walk them through the catalog. It's going to walk them through the products. They're going to be able to say, I want this. And the salesman says, I have that right here. They don't
Right.
want to shop. They want it done for them. Beautiful. That's a VIP service. And I love you doing that. So, no, we don't send them to a landing page, because then they go to a landing page that on that page, they have to click a button that takes them to the opt-in page where they then give their information. No, make it all one page. That is an opt-in funnel. It's a
Okay.
it's literally exactly what I just created for you with a cart funnel. Instead of the order form, it's an opt-in form. Their name, their email, their phone number, and a submit button. And that's the page, Anastasia. The headline is get a custom shopping consultation, get a free consult, whatever it is, right? It's your headline, your bold headline about the thing. Subheadline: this is great for people who have a lot to do but not much time to do it. And then they opt in, they leave their information, and you hit them with a thank you page. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. Because like I said, when you start to learn, people who are not familiar with ClickFunnels, they start to give you suggestions and go, it seems like I can do it on ClickFunnels. It seems like I saw it on ClickFunnels. So that's why I'm trying to reconfirm, because like, why would I go and do somewhere else when I already have it? Just make no sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then another question.
Well, I'll tell you why. Is that person you were talking to is probably an affiliate, aren't they? Are they a coach?
No,
Okay.
they have a product, like I'm learning about marketing and sales, and they just
Oh, right.
no,
Yes. So they're a coach. So they have a
yeah.
coaching product. Okay. So they're an affiliate. And guaranteedly, what you've seen them do is they've recommended 7 different softwares for you to be able to do all these different tasks. That's what affiliates do. They're trying to spread their net wide. So if you cancel one of the things, they're still getting commissions on multiple others. That's why nobody like who you're working with ever promotes ClickFunnels as a all-in-one solution, although it is.
Oh,
Yes, they're just
yeah.
they're affiliates.
You're right, but like I said, I know so much because from watching videos and watching other people doing stuff on the calls like that, and I've been on FHL 10, so I saw a lot of new stuff too. So like
Thank you for pointing that out, Anastasia. I really actually do appreciate that, because
perfect.
I want to highlight to everybody why it is so important that you understand the tools you have at your disposal. We don't have to learn everything from the start, but man, to understand what tools you actually have in what we call your tech stack. You have so many. So I want everybody to know that if you guys ever want to be walked around as far as like what tools you have so you can make more informed decision like Anastasia, you please let me know.
I'm so glad, because I hate that I have so many questions and I'm kind of feel like I'm taking everyone's time.
I'm
But
curious. In the chat, please let me know. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Is this helpful to you? And truly, at your point right now in your entrepreneurial journey, in your business journey, and you took an hour to come be with us today, is this beneficial to you and your future and where you're trying to get to? Let me go look. Let me go look really
is
quick.
one yes or no?
Bingo. We're fine. This is
Okay,
great.
good. Perfect. Then another question is, I have like 3 more left.
Sure.
So when I used to have Wix website.
Yep.
And so you can take contacts from there and transfer them here, which I did. But now when I try to see who bought from me, I cannot see it anymore. Is that correct? Like it doesn't transfer information that person was buying for me for years?
Wait, I'm sorry. You just,
So, okay, I forgot how it's called. So on Wix, I had the contacts of the people, say,
yes.
let's say Karen, information like email, such email.
You had their
Or
contact profiles, their
right,
information.
right.
Yes.
And so people were buying year after year. Some of them did, some of them did not. But
Yes.
now when I transfer the information to ClickFunnels, I can see everything except the part if they ever bought from me before.
Okay, that I'll have you get with our support team with.
Okay.
We might have to make what's called a custom attribute.
Okay.
And then we can bring that information over. It might just not be preloaded, but it's very simple to do. They can give you a whole walkthrough on it.
Okay, I mean, it's not like I had a lot. It's not big a deal.
No, but it's so
wanted to double
important that your data is correct. It's so important that you can come log into just one place and find all the information you need for your business. So let's get that for sure.
Absolutely. Like
Cool.
it. Так, so, oh, no, it was actually here, this question. And then another one, when I built that funnel with Stray and it went live, I had a workflow of emails,
Yes.
like 1 hour, so many hours, so many days, da, da, da. If people ever went to that page, so they were supposed to receive those emails. So it was just one way they received the mail from me, but if they didn't respond and didn't communicate, I'm not gonna get their email information. I was supposed to get it done somehow else. So
Okay, I think I understand your question. You did collect anybody who receives your email. You can only send emails to somebody because you've collected their email. So any
but
emails that you sent to people, you definitely collected that contact. And here's
I didn't
how.
ask them. It
Huh?
was like people, I didn't ask them for that. I just mean when I did Facebook ad, they came on my page and they viewed. And so all those 1,000 views,
Mm-hmm.
did they somehow left behind their email because they will from
Ah,
workflow, they will keep receiving emails from me. But
great question. No, they did not. So for you to send somebody an email, you have to acquire them as a contact. You're running an e-com funnel, which means
Mhm,
you're using our two-step order form. Step one is their personal information, name, email, phone number,
mhm,
and where should we send it. If they fill out step one and they click the button, that's actually an opt-in. So and let's say they fill out step one, but not step two, their credit card information. They fill out
mhm,
step one, but they don't purchase. You still collect their contact and you still had an email sequence that is an abandoned cart sequence that goes out to them. But
mhm,
you do that because they opted in. Filling in that order
mhm,
form is an opt-in. So if they just clicked the ad, viewed the page, did no action, you would not have collected their opt-in. They would not be able to receive your email. Hey, while I got you, I'm having a good time talking marketing with you guys right now. You want to hear something crazy? The cookie banners that we're always seeing on people's pages that we so willy-nilly click accept, you can set up cookie banners to actually grab people's opt-in information. And by them accepting the cookie banner, they're also forfeiting their information to you. It's wild. We can do wild things in 2025. Just a little distraction I'll drop on you guys today to consume your mind the rest of the day.
Oh
Hey,
my God.
on the real note, don't even worry about that. If you don't have a funnel built live, consistent, and you know that it's converting and it's constant and it's a solid system that you can send people to, then anything I just shared is a distraction. Bank it. Go worry about it next month when you're good to go.
Yeah, no, I'm working on it right now too. So, but now I understand why a mistake was, and they could never, even if they saw it sometimes and they wanted to come back, they wouldn't be able to do it because they never left the information. So it's not like it's some hidden path. And if I didn't even get the email, I thought, oh, maybe through workflow they were getting information, but it just that connection didn't happen.
Correct.
They had to put the email, agreed, and then it would start working. Okay. So I messed up
Correct.
a whole lot.
No,
Okay.
you didn't mess up. No, Anastasia, that's the system. You took traffic and sent it to a page.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the traffic did the thing, some of the traffic did not. To the
Mm-hmm.
people that purchased and opted in, you did send emails. To the people that looked at the page, did nothing and left, no, we didn't get to send them anything. But you didn't do anything wrong or bad. That's how the game is played.
Right. But in my head, I thought, oh, they're receiving all those emails anyway. So now they
Oh,
did not. So yes, that's where my mistake was.
and that's why a lot of times too, if social media is a really great way that you send things out, feel
Mm-hmm.
free to, like, you know how in an email sequence, especially as Trey teaches it, Trey teaches send, like, if somebody abandons their cart, send 2 emails in the first day. And then day 2 is 1 email, day 3 is 1 email, day 4 is 1 email, day 5 is 2 more emails, offering a discount again on top of the one they already gave them to generate buyers. So you can take that strategy to social media too. If you're going to make a post about your thing, then feel free to say, hey, the sale's going on for these 2 days, and then keep pumping the social to. That's how now you're taking what is your abandoned cart sequence and you're actually using it actively on social. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes,
Great.
completely. I was like, I thought, oh, maybe I have somewhere 1,000 emails I forgot about. And then can you please send a link to, do you remember last time you gave it to me? And unfortunately, when I reboot my computer, it went away that Dante AI. I'm not sure.
Dante I.
Yes.
Got him.
I
I'm putting
loved
him
it.
in.
It was so helpful. And then I lost it. It was upsetting.
Awesome. Another perk and benefit to you guys being VIP members is you get unlimited access to Dante AI, my silly little robot that I made. I shouldn't call him a silly little robot. He's
No,
awesome.
he's what exactly.
I'm downplaying him. He's awesome. I get to he's not a custom GPT. This is my own robot that I made. I trained him on exactly what I wanted to train him on, and that's the teachings and frameworks of Russell Brunson. He's an amazing assistant. Awesome. Glad you're enjoying him too, Ariel.
Yeah, I mean, like when you said it, I started to work with him and he was giving me such wonderful answers. And then I couldn't remember. I started to try to look it online, maybe it would pop up. So, but it wasn't, it wasn't the one. And the last question. Thank you guys for your patience. On FHL 10, there was a presentation of a thing when people collaborate. Let's say you sell something and you kind of can join somebody else's page so they can buy your stuff. So you I forgot how it's called.
Offer Lab.
Offer Lab. Okay.
So Offer Lab is the company that is, Offer Lab is building collaborative commerce. Collaborative commerce is the word that you heard them say over and over. When this commerce collaborates with this commerce, great things happen. So that's collaborative commerce. But Offer Lab is the company itself. Are you interested in Offer Lab?
I was just wondering if I could, it was in my mind that I could do it too with somebody else, but I couldn't remember how it all works because it's been back in February.
Okay, cool. Anastasia, if you or anybody else is interested in Offer Lab, we have been doing unbelievable amounts of work to that software, and it's about to change the game. It's about to be a massive opportunity. Feel free, anybody can shoot me a Facebook message. I can get you links to that and make sure that when there's a whole launch happening. So if you guys are interested, now is the time for Offer Lab. Shoot me a Facebook message. I'll make sure to get you added to the launch.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Always a pleasure. Great stuff. And appreciate the questions, Anastasia. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, let's roll over to Nancy. Hey, Nancy.
Hi.
Hey, hey.
How are ya?
I am living the dream. How about yourself?
Awesome, awesome. Well, my question has changed like 5 times in the last 10 minutes.
Sounds about right. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I'm just like, I don't know what I'm even working on. Can I share my screen?
Of course.
Awesome.
Man, I need to get a pair of those pink glasses. I'm just looking at you and you're like making me feel creative right now, which is rare. I'm not a good creative.
Thank you. Are you seeing my
Yeah, I got you. The boot camp.
the boot camp? Okay, cool.
Just click anywhere on your funnel to get out of those settings. Let me see what we're looking at. You're anywhere on your funnel, like right here.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Okay, cool. I got you. So what's your question?
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so I got a few. Okay, hold on. Can you go ask Dad?
No.
Okay, I'll ask a couple questions real quick.
Sure.
Okay, so my first question is, it's kind of simple. So I'm using an accordion. Is there a way to set a default like one to be opened and to change that? Like maybe on day 0, I want the
How are you doing this?
first one to be-
How are you doing this accordion? Sorry, hold on. Let me see this. Click off anywhere. Go to your element settings there.
Okay, sure.
What? We have an accordion element?
Right.
Hold
Oh,
on.
the element. Okay.
This is ours? Hold on. Sorry. I think Oh, yeah. Sorry. I didn't know we added this.
Okay.
So
Maybe it's a new,
it is fairly new. Yes, it
Okay.
is. And I have so many things flying around my brain. I never know like what's actually live and what's coming. So this is cool. Okay, border shadows, accordion
It doesn't
settings.
seem like there's what I'm looking for though.
Let's see. We have styles, we have icons. Yes. Yes. Closed accordion. Yes. Okay. Go into probably item. And I would. Sorry, I'll be done in 2 seconds. 2. And I can copy. Okay, so I think what you're saying is, let me just save this really quick and preview. See, right? Okay, I'm sorry. What's your question exactly here, Nancy?
Okay, I mean, it seems like it's not possible. I just wanted to see if there was a way to, like, so this is a multi-day challenge, right? So I was thinking on when day 2 happens, I can set it up so that this is the default opened accordion.
I believe we can actually. This will be a little bit
You
more.
think?
Yeah, this will be a little bit more intricate, but let's go back to your ClickFunnels account, please. Nice. Go to your element settings for the accordion.
Okay.
That's actually. Oh, you did. No, you got there beautifully. Okay, so go to animation. Or sorry, my screen is across my it's across my room. I can't. Advanced, excuse me. Advanced in the top right. Scroll up for me on that list, and then advanced. Okay. Correct. And then we have logic top right. Yes, logic. So
sorry.
Okay. Logic is awesome. We can now have render conditions. And I'm very certain that natively right now inside of ClickFunnels, you could set up render conditions based on dates and times that would have each specific accordion show up. I think we can do that. If you want, get with support. They can definitely show you how to do it. You might also, it might be a little custom code, and you could probably have ChatGPT make that code. It'd be very simple.
Okay. I tried, so I don't know, our last conversation, which was at least a week or a week and a half ago, I was trying to figure out if we could do render conditions based on the user tag. And so I had to email support, and it doesn't seem like that was possible. Which is kind of a bummer because I thought it would be really cool to be able to show certain content to people who are tagged with a certain thing and then hide it from other people. But so that wasn't possible, unfortunately.
I am actually going to look into that, Nancy.
Okay.
I'm going to look into that. I believe I can prove that to be incorrect. It'll take me a little bit of time to look into that though. But you could also you could just go to ChatGPT. Nancy, what I would probably have you
ChatGPT isn't always up to date on the ClickFunnels stuff, I've learned, because it told me that it was possible, and then I have a whole chat going on. But
what I would do is I would not do that actually. What I would do is I would go to ChatGPT and have it create you what you created here, an accordion that collapses. I would have it create that, and it'll make this whole thing as custom code, and you can have buttons in there. You could do it's just an accordion that you can have on ChatGPT on this date from these times. I want this one to be open. You just literally tell it what you want it to be. It'll make you that code, and then you can add that code to the page using our Java element.
Yeah, okay, that's a good idea.
Yes.
I was actually playing around with that, and
you could you also, Nancy, if you wanted to, this is a function you could definitely get done on Fiverr. You could pay a guy to do the ChatGPT code for you. you might like, you could also probably go to ClickFunnels Official and ask this question. Are you a member of the ClickFunnels Official page?
On Facebook?
Yes.
Yes.
Beautiful. You can probably go there right now and ask about this. And I bet somebody already has the code solution they might give to you. You can probably get somebody, pay them $10 or something, and they can set all this up too. And you know, to be honest, as I'm looking at it, I think you probably heard me say, I'm a huge fan of the path to cash. So I want the fastest path to cash. I want to be honest with you. I have shoots until 5:30 today. I won't be able to get an answer till tomorrow. I would honestly advise you go to ClickFunnels Official, ask this question right here, and you'll have somebody that'll probably want to do it for free or pay them $10. I would just do that right away, because then you can reuse this over and over and over and over again for all the boot camps that you're doing.
All right. Well, I mean, I know enough like coding to be dangerous. I was a web designer in my past life. But
okay.
So actually that leads me to another question is I noticed that there's a way to get an element ID, like where's the code? But I didn't see a way to set up a class. Is it possible to set up a
I don't think so. Go to your settings and then show code.
Oh, okay.
And then you can also go into each element specifically. So that's how to get into the page, but go to any of your buttons.
So like the body code or?
No, that'll just show the body. I just wanted to show you how to get into the page code, right? Now you have your header and your footer. And if you ever wanted to like add code to the page, like maybe you wanted to make a little bit of code that was checking before the page loaded as to the date and time, and then preloading certain versions of your little day 1, day 2, day 3, you could do that as well. But if you want to go in and find the element IDs, let's go close this down, please. Top right of that. Lovely. Click any button on your page. Lovely. At the very bottom, we're going to see. Oh, wait, no. Am I losing my mind? Sorry, hold on. Let me put a button down. Okay.
I know, I keep forgetting where the same stuff is. I'm always having to click over.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm crazy. It's in the top right of the top right in the yes, there you go. Now you have your ID selector for that element itself. I don't think we have classes though. You're talking about
so the title is not that the title.
Correct. The title is just like as it'll show in the so like let's say you were using a scroll function. Scroll to this element. You can name each element to find it easier, but the ID selector is what you're technically looking for. And forgive me, Nancy, I'm not great with tech. I still actually a point of pride for me at this point. I don't know how to start code. I think it's big alligator mouth and a slash, but I don't know. So do you want to set up element classes like that so you can make like specific groups of elements class together?
So the difference between ID and class is you can only have one ID per page.
Yeah.
But with a class, you can like target all of the headings with that class, for example, and then you can change the appearance of it.
Yes.
So I was trying to see if there was a way that I could like set up a bunch of different elements with the same class.
I wonder if it would work from a section level, because basically like what you're saying is how ClickFunnels is, I think, sections, rows, and elements. You put everything in a section to be in that class. So just let me try something really quick. You're going to be more knowledgeable here, but click close out of that.
Okay.
Lovely. Let's go to a section setting or a row setting, but let's go to the very top. Yeah, there's a section right there. Go to that code on the section itself. Actually, yeah, click off to the side. Just highlight your section exactly like you had. Oh, you did it. No, you did it. You're so good, Nancy. You move quicker than I even saw. I got to get my screens closer for you next time. So I do wonder, now you can also do it on a section level. And I don't know. I'm not knowledgeable enough about anything code related. But I wonder if that would be a workaround to put the certain things in a certain section. Then you could apply code to everything within that section.
Okay, so so since I had clicked on this.
Yes.
And then I clicked on this code, this CSS only applies to what's inside that section?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, but the header and the footer code, that's going to be that's going to be for the whole page.
That's yes, absolutely. That'd be a great
I
question
see.
again for ClickFunnels Official, Nancy, because to be honest, I've had a guy for this for years and I'll never learn it. It's a point of pride. So I don't have your true answer.
It's all good. No,
Cool.
I was learning HTML like in 2002 or something like that.
Well, you still know more than I do.
No, it's all good. No, it's but I don't know ClickFunnels like you do. So okay, so here's another question. Maybe this will be a little bit easier. So I've got this like row,
Mhm.
and then I've got this, all of these elements in here seem to have a background color, which I don't really want it to have a background color, but it doesn't show that a background has been applied. So I'm not sure
Doesn't.
where.
Interesting.
I'm not sure where it's coming from. Like, I know I can do this and just set it to white, but I don't really want to do it that way. I was wondering if it comes.
Yeah, I
it's
wouldn't
coming
either.
somewhere.
That sounds miserable. Let me see. So it's really interesting, you know, as I'm looking in between your two buttons, I'm also seeing the background extend behind both buttons. And like you said, the background isn't turned on for any elements. I wonder why that would be happening, except I'm not. I've made this mistake before, so I know. It's the column settings. Let me walk you through it. Let's first go to our row. It won't be your section. It'll be your row.
Okay.
Yes. Bingo. Now, I don't see background turned on for my row. I see no background up top here as well. Right, and there's our background, and that's turned off. Okay, great. Click off to the side for me. And highlight your blue row again. And actually,
just highlight it.
Let me actually try something. Yeah, we do. Column settings. It's going to be that little black settings below the delete button. Correct. Yes. Now that we go into your column itself.
I didn't know that there was a difference between this and this.
And there is. So when you make a 2-column row, that's 2 rooms. And you can change the column settings specifically. So your left column is green, your right column is blue.
Okay.
Nice. Oh, we did. We went into our column. I see no background. Oh, that's so interesting. Oh, I wonder if it's going to be the section.
Oh,
there it is. So undo that for me, please. Let me teach everybody here. So look at the day. I'm going to draw. Look at the color on day 1 and look at the color up here and look at the color down here. It's all the same color. So I imagine that we're going to find a larger background color, a layer deeper on the funnel. Let's go check this out. Click off to the side on your funnel, please, Nancy. Scroll me up to the top. Let's just follow the color up. Great. Now we're in this 2-column row, and that's going to have a column settings. If you go to the right-hand side, go down just a little bit. It should show up. Where are you? Okay. Go to your left column. Let me see. Interesting. Where are my column settings? I don't know why I'm not seeing your column settings, but as you would expect, yeah, you could go to your show in the top right and you have everything. See if there's a column breakdown there. Bingo, there is. As you move your mouse down the list, the specific column should become highlighted on the page. Keep going down. And there we go. As we get to the bottom ones, those columns are highlighting. Go back up for me, please. And we're going to see as we get up there, nothing's really highlighting. Nothing's really happening. Anyway, let's click on, we know.
I must have done something wrong when I built this page.
No, it's this looks to me like a caching issue. It looks to me like your browser is just cached. I don't think you did anything wrong here, but we know columns go left to right. So hit your second column for me because that's the one I'm looking for. Yeah. Now that we're in those, check out. There's that background. Nice. Lovely. Look at how good you are, Nancy. Great job thinking on your feet with that workaround as well. Just going into the layout of the page to find the column.
But it seems like it's not changing this one, the inner sort of columns.
Oh, interesting. Here. And when you go to none, okay.
Huh.
Oh, okay. Oh, no. Hold on. Now that we're looking again, put it back to none, please. Okay, great. And it's day 0, day 1. This is all in the settings of the element itself in your actual drop down now. So let's go to your element settings. Click anywhere on your funnel to get out of those settings. Nice. And back to your accordion settings. Correct. Move. Actually, there we go. And I don't see any of that turned on. And mine wasn't gray to begin with. It's in the accordion here. Go to turn on background. Or is it not showing a background? Sorry, let me
I
pull
think
mine
in
up.
the item settings, maybe. Background.
Oh yeah, body background. That's body background. Okay.
That's not what we want.
That's all right. Keep going down to your header colors just below because I see that gray right there. That looks like the exact gray.
So yeah, this,
Okay, so it's just that. And then you would have probably down below on your settings. I wonder what it would be. Let me see here. That was our header. And you're looking at your header. Interesting. Where is that? It's in the content itself.
like it seems like if I did this, it should make all of this stuff that's inside have the same background. But like this must have a one background. So that should be, let's say that's not, oh, I think I just did something.
Go back to that background.
Which one?
I believe it was the section there.
This one?
Yeah,
So I just changed it to none background and then it sort of inherited.
it's like it took over the element background as well.
Yeah, which is actually, I think that's kind of what I wanted. There we go. That's kind of what I wanted.
That looks nice.
So if I were to, let's say I make this white and then I go back to giving this a color. Wait, no, I didn't want the whole thing to have a color. I wanted just the.
You went to layout at the very top middle. You're in the row itself. You can always see in the top of the thing, the settings. You can always see where you're at. You want to go up here to layout.
Okay. And then go to the column.
That's right. Show columns, top right. Beautiful. Fantastic.
Thank you. Okay.
Fantastic.
So then this. There we go.
Lovely.
Okay. That's kind of what I was going for.
Come on. That looks beautiful.
Yes. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, cool. And then I'll just make that, I don't know. We'll just leave that for now. Okay, I'll fix that on my own later. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Awesome.
Got it. Great job with the funnel here. Awesome
Thank
stuff.
you.
That was fun, Nancy. Any other questions?
I do, if you don't mind.
Yeah, let's do it.
I have some questions about, where is it? Oh, actually, okay. I wanted to look at the workflows. So
Sure.
let's do like okay, I've got the daily reminders. I just, if you could just help me just understand a couple of what the steps do in these workflows.
Sure.
So I understand like delays. Although I guess wait is waiting until something specific happens, and then delay is just a time-based delay. Is that correct?
That's exactly right, Nancy.
Okay, cool.
Wait is event-based is the technical way I should put it to you, because you can have events in your ClickFunnels account, right? Like wait until this event that happens on Thursday. So you're right. I just want to make sure to point out that you have events that time can also be based on with wait. Aside from that, like you said, the time delay is based on when they opted in. Wait 2 hours, wait a day, wait whatever.
Okay. And then delay is based on whatever the last event step is, or the last.
Correct. It's based on the last event like that. So in a typical email sequence, somebody opts in, you send an email, delay a day. Send an email, delay a day. Send an email, delay a day. All delays are based on the previous one.
Okay, cool. And then, so at the end of the,
Great job with the split. Yes, that's perfect. Yup.
I don't even know what.
So what you did is this is an email sequence to get people to buy your course, yes? Or to buy a product.
Yes.
Cool. So this is a condition you're checking for to see if they did or did not purchase. So you have a yes and a no track on that condition. If yes, you take them to an enrollment step where they are enrolled in the course that they either just purchased or opted in for. Does that sound about right so far?
So I actually didn't create this. This was a framework that I copied.
Oh, great. Then that's exactly what it is. Was it a ClickFunnels framework?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, then we gave you the right one. Guaranteedly, that's exactly how this is. We could build upon this, but this is exactly perfect.
Right.
If they buy, then they go down the yes track. They get enrolled in the course they just purchased, rocking and rolling. If they do not, they go down the no track, and they just continue right down the no
Oh, no,
track.
I did do this.
Sounds about
I
right.
think I did. I'm so all over the place. Okay.
No, it
So,
sounds about
so
right.
I'm checking if they purchased it.
Well,
or
I
if
can't
they-
see what the words say, but I would imagine that's the condition you're checking on. Yes.
Okay, and
Because
then
I
it will
see-
enroll them. Okay.
Yeah, so whether they're purchasing or opting in, I don't know, but it doesn't really matter. Functionally, you did absolutely perfect.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
There's some other stuff we can do though. Like for instance, in the yes track, you might want to add them. I bet you have a workflow for when they buy enrollment into that course. So do me a favor, just click that little gray plus at the bottom. Yeah. Now we're going to have steps on the right-hand side, and we're looking for add to workflow. It's going to be down just a little bit. And
Too far?
oh, sorry, trigger another workflow. It's right there. So now, after you enroll them in the course, you could then put them into another workflow, which might be the fulfillment workflow for your course. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes. That's
Yes.
good.
Okay, discard this for me, please. Let's get back to it because you did beautiful here. So,
Does discard always mean is that just like cancel?
yes.
Like don't
yes.
save anything? Okay.
Yes, like if you didn't do anything there, you didn't make the step, so discard means the step just goes away. You're absolutely right. Again, so you have your yes track, which you can make. This is a yes for if people meet this condition, which is purchasing or getting access to the course in any way. You can take them down that yes track. Then you have a no track. If they do not meet the condition, they get taken down that. And then maybe you want to have a couple more emails. Maybe you want to have them leave this workflow and go to another workflow, like maybe your Seinfeld workflow, where you send out daily emails to build up your brand to them and know, like, and trust value. Anything you want to do, you did great with that split. Yes, people get whatever you set up in the actions. No people get whatever you set up in that action.
Okay, very cool. I think I remember I was watching a live where you were telling somebody to add a step at the bottom that just like holds people there.
Ah, yes. Open it up for me, please. Hit that gray plus. So this step is called a pause step. I believe it's in your green options, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, there you go. Pause. So pause is fantastic. Let's say I made an opt-in funnel and I want to launch my opt-in funnel, but I only have one email ready. Cool beans. I can make that email and then put a pause step. So somebody opts in, they get the email, and then they wait right there at that pause step. I can now go build out the rest of my sequence. And when I click, do me a favor, click your 3 dots on pause. And then settings, yes. Now there's a release button. So you can, like, it's a fast path to starting, launching. There's a bunch of different reasons we might use pause too, right? Like you might be working on something and in the workflow, you just pause it. The last email might say, keep an eye out. There's cool stuff coming soon. And then you hit a pause step. A couple days later, then you send them out. There's a million use cases I can have for pause, but it's a really cool, useful step that just holds customers at that point right there in the workflow until you release them. And if you never do, then they just stay right there.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. So if I'm not really finished building out the rest of a workflow, this would be a good like holding place for those people.
Yep, I want to see you guys get live. That's what we're here for. Because once we get live, once we start talking to our customers, so much of our business changes. So yeah, just make the first email in the sequence. Then you can go dress the rest of everything up later using that poll.
Very cool. There were a couple of others that I looked at on the side that I was like not quite sure.
Like what?
Like conditional goal.
Ooh, yeah. Conditional goal is a really cool step. You can put this anywhere in the workflow, and the workflow will always check for them to meet these conditions. Let's make one. Hit that first drop down for me, and let's choose purchased product.
Oh, okay. I guess this is maybe what I used for that step earlier.
No, I don't think so. That was a conditional split step where you split the workflow based on a condition. A conditional goal, you'll see, is just a little bit different. Go ahead, purchase product.
Okay.
Is, and then whatever the drop down is, cool beans, it doesn't matter. Cool.
Okay.
And then you can create the step. And now you have a conditional goal. So if, let's say in this workflow, they purchase a product, maybe it's an abandoned cart workflow. They abandon their cart, and in the first email you send them, they purchase. This conditional goal step is always looking for that purchase. So when they purchase the product, it'll automatically kick them out of this email so they no longer receive the abandoned cart emails. It'll take them out of this and into another workflow. That would be the fulfillment workflow for your product.
So if they don't reach the goal, then does it?
Then they just keep going through the workflow. Nope. If they don't reach, again, same scenario. Email 1, they abandon their cart. 2 hours later, you send them email 1. They do not purchase. Then they don't meet the goal, and they just keep going through the workflow. They keep receiving the abandoned cart emails. It keeps
looping. Okay.
So at any point that they do the action, you can put the conditional goal at the very end of the workflow, and at the very first email, at any point when they purchase, they meet that goal, and the action happens.
Okay. Is there, and it just goes back to the top. Is there a way for me to say set it to like?
Oh no, you can do all sorts of settings in the condition, like removing them, adding them. You can do all sorts of cool stuff. We have a whole doc that'll walk you through how to set all of that up. But,
okay, great.
Oh goodness, I'm sorry. Remind me your question there. No, it won't just keep looping. No, it will not keep looping. Like once they go through that, they'll never just receive day 1's email again.
Oh. Okay, so it doesn't loop back to the beginning of the workflow.
No, it does not just loop back. The conditional goal is always checking. It's always checking to see in the workflow if they're doing the action. But if a customer makes it through the entire workflow, gets to the end, and the conditional goal step is not met, it's not just going to send them back through the same email sequence again. No.
Oh, okay. So it's just for metrics then?
Well, it's more for actions. Again, abandoned cart email sequence. Somebody abandons their cart. 2 hours later, you send them a fulfillment email. They do not purchase in that. 2 hours after that one, you send another. They do purchase. Let's say you have 5 more days of abandoned cart emails, but they purchase in the second one. They meet the condition. And then you would want to remove them from your abandoned cart because you don't want somebody receiving 7 more abandoned cart emails after
right.
That's the condition. It would remove them from this workflow and add them to another, which in this example would be the fulfillment workflow of the product itself. Or maybe you don't even have to add them because your funnel's already doing that. You would just remove them from this workflow so they no longer receive these emails.
Okay, got it.
Nice.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dante.
Of course, Nancy. Happy to help anytime.
Appreciate it.
You got it.
Okay,
Kid's awesome. He's over there raising his hand. I can stop your screen share for you too.
All sure. Good. Awesome. Thank you so much.
You got it.
Appreciate all your help.
Let's roll over to Kimberly. Hey, Kimberly.
Hey, Dante. Happy 4th.
Happy 4th.
My question is hopefully simple. I have uploaded my 20-minute class and I think I've created a funnel. I just wanted to attach it and make sure that people can pay for it and everything.
Yep.
So let me share and you tell me if I've done this. correctly, or if I need to do something else. There you are.
Hey.
Okay.
All
So
right.
in my link
Yeah,
in
let's go right
bio,
to the funnel. Uh-huh.
so this is it. Here. So right here, it takes you to YouTube, but when you click on it, I don't think it connects to like, hey, thank you for buying the course, or like this is what you get with the course. That
Right. You have a YouTube link in that button. I can tell by the little black text at the bottom of it. Right. So if they click that button, they'll just be taken to YouTube. They
but it's
wouldn't be-
unlisted. Okay, so
Yes. But even though it's unlisted, they're getting that link right there. I think it would still take them to the YouTube video, even though it's unlisted, because you're sharing the link with them.
well, that's what Ben said to do in the video, right? So I'm trying to follow the steps in like class 13 and 14 or whatever. So this is what he said to do.
Of what? The webinar funnels or the VSL funnels?
Yeah, the webinar funnels.
Okay, OFA 2025. Yeah, but this is a link in bio funnel, so it's totally different.
Okay.
What you want to do, Kimberly? Okay. Okay. What is this 20-minute class? You said buy. Do they buy this class?
They're going to need to buy this class.
What's the price point for this product?
It's small, like $25, something like that.
Okay, we do not need a webinar for this, Kimberly. Webinar funnels, webinars, they are an undertaking. They're over 120 slides. It's an
No.
hour and a half presentation. It's
No.
perfect if we're selling a high ticket product like 997 and up, but we don't need that. What you need is a 5-minute perfect webinar.
Great.
Goodness gracious, I'm a huge fan of her. Soap lady, Jamie Cross. Jamie Cross sells soap, and when she found Russell, she was like, wow, this webinar is the stuff. I need this for my soap, but nobody's going to sit through an hour and a half presentation to buy a $20 bar of soap, very much like you're in. So what she did was she created the 5-minute perfect webinar framework. It's got all the beats. It's got all the fixins in 5 minutes. That is what you want. So you want to make a funnel and a video. You have my AI. Yes, you have my AI. He knows the 5-minute perfect webinar. I've trained him on it. You can go in there, tell him I want to create the 5-minute webinar. Ask me the 5-minute perfect webinar, excuse me. Ask me questions until you can make it for me. He will answer the questions. Boom, you got the video script. That's done. Next thing, we just need to make a cart page. Did you see the page I made earlier? Was, oh, you already have that. Great.
Right?
Great.
This is what you need, isn't it?
Yes. Let me see that.
Okay, this isn't finished, but
Okay, and a product is attached. Do me a favor, click that purple bag at the bottom left of it. Let me see what product you have here. Low ticket. You definitely want to replace the name of that when you're all done, and it's a $97 product, so it might be a different product or change the price point, but cool beans. You have the product created. You'll edit the product in the future. That's perfectly fine. And this is the funnel. So this is it. You're right, Kimberly. This is what we need. Let's copy the URL at the very top, please.
here.
Yes, just click it. It'll copy.
Okay.
Bingo. Got it. Let's go back to your link in bio funnel.
Oh, back to the link in bio.
That's right. Bingo. Enter the editor for the first page. Correct. Go to that second button. Bingo. Go to your action. Replace the URL. It's not going to be the YouTube URL. It's going to be your own. How I like to do that is just triple click. Click it 1, 2, 3 times. Bingo. Backspace. Remove everything. I don't like to just paste in. I like personally, it's old habits, but I really like making sure my URL boxes are empty before I add a new one to it. Go ahead and paste in that URL now. Lovely. Let's save in the top right. Now let's
Look at you.
let's preview.
Okay.
Eyeball right next to your save button in the top right. Great. Click your second button. Takes me to the funnel that breaks down the class, gives me the option to buy. Perfect.
Okay. And then and I set up Stripe. So, I mean, I can change all of this, but this will be like, there should be the video here of me saying, hey, this is what it is, you know, or just like a one pager in Canva that I can make saying this is what it is.
I would start out with the 5-minute perfect webinar. Personally, you mentioned video. So just the fact that you mentioned video already lets me know that you're comfortable on camera, and you've been talking about this one thing the entire time I've known you so far. So you're definitely an expert. You're definitely passionate. I think you'd probably do fantastic on camera. Nothing converts like a video. So I would go to Dante I, have him make you a 5-minute perfect webinar. You can shoot that and have it up today, Kimberly.
That's what I want.
Let's start getting stats. It's a great framework. It'll sell. It'll do well. Let's get it up here. Let's get some stats, and then we can make some decisions from there.
Okay. I will do it. Thank you.
Bingo. You got it, Kimberly. Anything else today?
No, that's it for now. I just want to get this up and running. Thank you.
I want it for you. Let's see you launch.
Okay.
Cool. All right. And Doug is going to round us out for the day. Fingers crossed we can hear him. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Hey, thanks, Gio. I woke up feeling it today. Actually had some crazy experiences over the weekend. Had just some really crazy experiences over the weekend of just meeting people out in the world and them knowing who I was, and it was just really, it was wild. And it's not the first time. Like, I go through my Costco. I don't say any of this to be braggadocious, but when I walk through my Costco in my local area, every day people come up to me and they're like, hey, I just saw you on this thing. This is so cool. Wow, you live here? When I just most recently had my second child, the doctor that delivered our baby, after she delivered our child, actually came back to the room and asked me if I was the ClickFunnels guy. So, like, it's not the first time I've had anything like that happen. But this weekend, I had some really crazy stuff happen. It's like, you know how, I don't know if you guys know this, but in the coaching game and like this world that I live in, it's so many ups and downs, and it's peaks and valleys. Like, I'll be at a peak, right, where I'm doing this and I'm coaching and I'm helping and people are doing the thing, and then you guys are all going to leave me soon, as you should. It's intended. I want you to leave me because it means you're doing big things. You're getting results, right? But then when everybody leaves, it's like you hit a valley. It's like, oh, am I even worth anything anymore? You know, it's just, everybody goes through that. It's constant ups and downs. But I really appreciate that, Gio. I didn't mean to go rambling on that, but I really appreciate it. So good to be back with you guys. So good. Okay, so Doug, man, I'm sorry. I've been watching you. I don't know what would have caused this. I hope we didn't drop our laptop in a puddle this weekend, right? I don't know what is doing that to you, but I can't hear. So, oh, thank you guys. You're too cool. Oh, yes, Anastasia. I remember that. It was awesome. So cool. I can't wait for the next one. I think I'm going to Japan in November. I think we're doing a little spin-up event out there, so that should be pretty cool. But anyway, Doug, so sorry, man. What's your next course of action? Last time we spoke, we were pretty much geared up on 7-day cycles. Doug, your next course of action, let me make life really simple for you, brother. Your next course of action, you're running a funnel. You're running a funnel. It's live. It's collecting leads. It's doing the thing. So you're killing it. You're doing awesome. What tech issue? You have an opt-in funnel. What? I don't think you're having a tech issue. Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. To be quite honest, Doug, did you fully turn off your computer? Like, did you shut down your computer when we were done? Right. Did you fully? You did. Okay, interesting. I would probably go see if there's like a Zoom update. But you know, it's like I was sharing earlier. If you go to that little microphone in the bottom left of Zoom that says audio, click the up arrow right next to the microphone, and then you'll see the different microphones. Right. Okay. So if you're choosing different microphones and it's not working, it's definitely something system related. So the next thing I would have you do, Doug, is just go to your system settings on your device. And I would make sure that you have the right microphones hooked up. Like, for instance, on one of my laptops, I have the microphone disabled. So if you have it's probably not Zoom at this point. It's probably something on your system preferences. So I would go to your system, check out all of your audio. Yeah, definitely. Aside from that, I have no idea. Sorry, Doug. I have no idea, man. You can always, though, maybe it's just a Zoom thing. So what I would actually have you do, yeah, absolutely. What I would have you try, Doug, is try to shoot a Loom video. I would have you try and shoot a Loom and then see if your audio is working on the Loom. If it is, then just shoot me your question in the VIP group. Just make it a post and tag me in it. I'll be able to see it like right at 5, and I'll just make you a video and answer it that way. And hopefully we can get that figured out for tomorrow. Maybe it was just a Zoom bug for today. I rarely see it, but I do see sometimes where people just seem to be bugged out for a day. So I guess we'll fingers crossed on that. Yeah, definitely Loom. Awesome. Well, gang, great stuff. Great session today. You guys moving and grooving. That's all we can ask from you. I say it all the time. It's all we can ask. It was a fantastic Monday. We got over hurdles. We found some great success. It was so cool to see all the funnels today. So this was just fantastic. I don't think anybody has any other questions. No more big hurdles. Maybe Doug has one, but we'll get him over that thing tomorrow when the microphone works. Aside from that, you guys are doing amazing. I'm really, really proud of you. Some great displays of funnel building today. Some great workarounds. This was just a blast. So I'm ready to be after it tomorrow. We're going to do the same exact thing, same time, same place, same links. Please do remember, tomorrow is Trey Day. So at 12 p.m., you guys still have coaching at 2. You still have a 2 p.m. session tomorrow, but at 12 p.m., you can use this exact same link that you used today, and you can join in for Trey Day. And let's learn from Trey. Let's see what's going on with ecom, because gang, marketing is marketing is marketing is marketing. Whether you're selling physical products or digital products, proper marketing is proper marketing. And you can all learn that from Trey himself tomorrow. I can't wait to be him. And I was talking to him earlier. He's really excited for it as well. So I'll let you guys go for now. Amazing day. Amazing to be with you. Let's not let it stop now. Work into the night. Get big things done. Let's get back after it tomorrow. Ooh, I put a link to in the chat, just in case you don't have access to him. Sorry, that had an extra thing on it. Just in case you don't have access to Dante I, there is the link in the chat. So use him up as much as you can. Work through the night. Let's get some big things done. Launch your funnels. Make sure to put Microsoft Clarity on them so we can get some data. And tomorrow, let's look through the data. Let's make some data-driven decisions. Catch you guys on the next one.